7 Fantasy Football Eve show. It is Saturday night, technically Sunday morning to a lot of you East Coasters out there, and it's time to get your Week 7 on, your trade advice, your start bench advice. What do you do with all these dilemmas and people getting hurt? Aaron Jones possibly not playing Week 7. MT is out. You've got a lot of dilemmas on your hands. Ask away in the chat, and let's get to the Week 7 advice. I don't think
Top 5 running back. You're watching the Fantasy Football Show.
Yo, welcome to the show. Andrew in the house, Tom in the house, Mark Cleveland. Good morning, Mark Cleveland. Jordan, what is going on? Okafor in the house. Guy, official. Again, Andrew and Tom, thank you for joining me. Sergio, Luke, BL, Alejandro, James, Just Sherman, William. Welcome. I'm not tired. I'm fine. Smitty's fine. I got some rest, well-needed rest. I'm ready to go. I bounced back pretty quickly. So hit me up with your questions and let's start talking about Cole Beasley or Fuller. I go Will Fuller. Anything can happen, but I go Will Fuller, bro. Hit me with your questions for Week 7. Put that bad boy right there. Put your question right here, and let's get to it. Make sure you hit that like button, as Alejandro just said. Riff kicking it off with the first super chat, and I believe I have the super chat button here.
Red alert. Red alert.
That's red alert here. That's the wrong button. There we go.
Thank you for the super chat. May I have another?
Computer, volume up. Okay, so we got the super chat button back. Riff wants to know, Jones is out. I'm starting CEH and Hunt at running back. Who do I flex, Chark or Monty? I lean... Let's see here. Let's put the matchups up on the screen, and let's go over this so everybody can see what we're working with here. Let me screenshot this bad boy right here and put that on the screen. We'll take the Philadelphia game off. We don't need that. And then let me drag that bad boy. We're doing it live. We are doing it live. There we go. Matchups, I'll put them down at the bottom. So what was the question Riff had? Chark or Monty? Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and say Chark. But I can understand somebody wanting to play Monty and the potential volume probably being there to make sense of that. But Chark to me still has wide receiver 1 appeal, and I know a lot of people will disagree with me on that. But I think Chark literally has hidden wide receiver 1 potential, but you don't trade for him at that value. Please don't get it twisted. You don't go putting him in over other players that are more proven. You want to play him at like a wide receiver 3 role, maybe a wide receiver 2 role depending on your lineup, in hopes that he becomes that wide receiver 1. But I think we're only 6 weeks into football. He's been hurt, and everybody very quickly has redefined and reshaped Chark as a not potential wide receiver 1 of the future. And I think that's a big mistake. And I'll go as far as to say, thank you, Mr. Says he likes my hat. I'll go as far as to say that he's one of the most emailed players that I get through my heysmitty.com and sleeperu.com, where people are overreacting and saying almost dumb things with, like, I hate to phrase it like that, but Smitty, should I drop Chark for blah blah blah? Hey Smitty, hey
Smitty, should I trade Chark for Deontay Johnson?
What's Deontay Johnson done? Do you know how many Deontay Johnson questions I get with players relating to Chark? Or I got one AJ Brown and Deontay. Who do I start? AJ Brown or Deontay?
Who do I start? AJ Brown or Deontay Johnson, Smitty? I do want to know.
I don't understand where people are coming, where they're coming from with this Deontay Johnson news. Or, hey,
should I start Justin Jackson or should I start Mike Davis?
I don't understand. I honestly
Don't get it.
Why are you
Going with Justin Jackson over a guy like Mike Davis? Why are you going with a Justin Jackson over a guy like, what was the other one I got?
It was like, it was a really obvious one. I think it was Clyde. Clyde and Justin Jackson.
Clyde and Justin Jackson.
You gotta be kidding me. Where is this coming from? I go Chark Riff, and I thank you for the super chat. Another super chat by Christopher. Let me see if I missed any. Derek sent one. And Riff is the last one after that. So I think I'm caught up on the super chat. So I'm looking back. Hit the thumbs up on your way in the door. Wipe your feet at thy door. Derek says Ryan Tannehill. Let me remove that question behind there. Thank you, Mister. This is a new hat. Ryan Tannehill or Matt Ryan going up against Brady and Godwin. Leaning toward Matt Ryan because of the matchup, says Derek. This is a tough one, Derek. I think Tannehill, it's a tough play, because you have the matchups, speaking to you, right? But then you also have the fact that Tannehill continues to deliver. And I don't know what to make of Matt Ryan right now. I do not trust Matt Ryan. I do not trust benching him. I do not trust starting him. I feel like Matt Ryan is a just an enigma, But I think that it's against Detroit. It's at home. I feel like I'm going to regret this. I go Matt Ryan. But that's so tough. I have Ridley leaning towards Matt Ryan. Going up against Brady and Godwin, I have Ridley. Go with the double. Don't let it influence you, but I do like the double. The double is fun. Christopher, Flex, AJ Dillon, Lat Murray, or Edmonds, Dillon. If word is Dillon's going to get run unless something comes up in the morning. It says, Williams is starting and Dillon's going to be riding the bench. Dillon's the play here, but you gotta stay on the news. Thank you for the super chat. Hit the thumbs up on the way in the door, and definitely subscribe if you're new. Next up is Jordan. I appreciate you, Jordan. I think I locked this. What did I do? Here we go, Jordan. There we go, Jordan. Sorry about that. Pick 2. Jamal Williams, Cooper, Drake, and McKinnon. Full PPR. I need upside this week. You're 3-3. Also picked up Antonio Brown. Where do you think he slides in the rest of the season? Appreciate it, brother. Thank you, Jordan. Your super chats are always welcome. I'm going to say, Jordan, that I'm going to go with Drake and Drake, hey, what do you guys think in the chat? McKinnon or Cooper? I'm putting Drake in there. You're starting Drake. McKinnon or Cooper? I want to see in the chat what you guys think. Let's help Jordan with his lineup. I think we need to take a look at this. So McKinnon, Cooper, please put your pick in the chat right now. McKinnon, Cooper. McKinnon. Help Jordan out. Antonio Brown. Jacob says Copper. Mafia says Coop. Derek says Cooper. McKinnon. 1 vote for McKinnon. Patricia, thank you for the super chat. Let me put you right there, kind sir. Also picked up Antonio. Okay, so Antonio Brown. A lot of people freaking out about Antonio Brown. John, thank you for the super chat. I'll put you right over here, Johnny boy. Let me put you right there, Johnny. I'll get to you next. I think Antonio Brown has the potential to disappoint as much as he has the potential to be a wide receiver 2. I'm not going to lock him into anything higher than a wide receiver 2. I'm not going to even suggest that he has elite wide receiver 1 potential in that offense because it's Evans. It's Evans' team. Evans is the touchdown monster. Tom Brady has rapport with Mike Evans. Tom Brady's been feeding Mike Evans touchdown after touchdown. Even when Evans gets 2 catches for 2 yards, Evans has 2 touchdowns with those 2 catches for 2 yards. He is the one player you can count on to be in Tom Brady's laser-locked vision across anywhere from the 10-yard line on. It's Mike Evans time. Mike Evans is I'd say, 50% chance Tom Brady out of 3 plays, if Tom Brady's given 3 plays, one of those plays is going to be a shot at Mike Evans in the end zone. I don't care what people think Antonio Brown's going to do to Mike Evans. I disagree. I go by Mike Evans on the low. Is it a great situation? No. I'm not excited that Antonio Brown is there, but I think a lot of people are going to have a reaction they don't need to have. The funny part is if you reverse the roles, and let's say Antonio Brown was on the roster, and Godwin was on the roster, and then Mike Evans all of a sudden joined the team, everybody would be talking Evans up and be like, well, what happens to Antonio Brown now? It's so funny how the order of how things unfold affects how we think about it. All I know is Tom Brady has the best wide receiver crew ever. Godwin, top 5 to 7 wide receiver. Evans, top 5 to 7 wide receiver. I don't care if they've been missing an MIA for a big part of the year, rotating. This is the best wide receiver crew probably in history. There are 3 wide receivers that potentially are top 5 to 7 wide receivers if in a certain spot. Now, I don't know if they're all going to coexist, but I do believe Mike Evans is the one that has the potential to be, locked into the touchdown role, the touchdown volume. You think Brady's just going to be like, okay, hey, AB, I haven't seen you in a while. Why don't you hop right in and I'm going to look at you in the end zone over the guy who's been catching touchdown after touchdown when I need him most. Evans isn't going anywhere. So, hope that answers your question, Jordan. I appreciate you. Next up is Okafor. Thank you for the super chat. Trade away Mixon and Gibson for Taylor and Standard. I might get some hate on this one, but I'm going to go Taylor. I think Taylor has the better upside, but I try not to give away Gibson. You should be able to do a Mixon for Taylor swap, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay if you feel like you're losing a little bit. I feel like when you get that close, you go get your guy. You don't play it cute and try and get more out of a deal than you can get away with, and then the person backs out. But I don't know that you've got to give up Gibson. Like, if anything, Mixon's getting taken in a draft today for week 7 on ahead of Taylor. So I don't know how he got Gibson thrown in there. He should be giving you the Gibson. But I do like Taylor more. If I've got to pick, if you tell me, Smitty, you're drafting, you're going into a locked room and can't come out until Sunday's over, you can't trade, you can't do anything, I'm picking Taylor week in and week out over Mixon. That's me. Overall, like weeks 8 on. Okay. Johnny Boy says, and don't forget, guys, let me put this up on the screen because, Taylor is on a bye, so everybody knows. Team's on a bye this week. Don't start these guys. Don't do it. Vikings, Dolphins, Colts. So, that advice I just gave you is for week 8 on. Ravens. Go buy Lamar now while he's frustrating his owners. Here are your bye weeks right here. Teams on a bye.
Teams on a bye. Vikings, Dolphins, Colts, Ravens.
Patricia, Minshew, Brady, or Breeze. You go Brady, bro. You don't look back. Minshew could get benched mid-game. Why take the chance, man? And also, Gibson, Deontay, Debo. Why is Deontay in every single question I have this week through my email service that I have on sleeperu.com? It's Deontay. And it's like not even close questions. Deontay or Godwin? Do I start Deontay Smitty or do I start Galladay? Hey, Smitty,
just a quick question. I know you're busy.
This is an email. This is me reading an email.
Smitty, do I bench? I know it's probably not going to do it. You're probably going to tell me to take a lap. But just thinking about maybe benching Galladay for Deontay this week, Smitty. What are your thoughts on that? Think that's a good move? Smitty, just a real quick question. Do I bench Tyreek Hill hasn't been playing well? Do I start Deontay over Tyreek Hill?
I get so many questions about this. I can't even, I wouldn't be making fun of it if it wasn't in massive volume. I don't know what Deontay put in the water, and all of you are drinking it. I'm sitting here drinking Coke and no water, and that's the only reason why I'm sniffing it out, but it's weird. What is Deontay has to blow up this week and make me look awful. This is the way I see it. It's going to happen. Deontay's going to be the highest scoring wide receiver in week 7. I know it. So put Deontay. Don't listen to me. Put Deontay in your lineups because there's only one way this can end. And that's Deontay exploding. So start your Deontay shares because of all this. Thank you for the question, Patricia. I appreciate you. John, grade the trades. I got Tyreek Hill for David Johnson and Sterling Shepard. How, John? Excellent job. I also traded A.J. Brown for Mark Andrews. I have Julio, Tyreek, and Keenan Allen for wide receiver. I like A.J. Brown and Andrews probably about the same, given the impact that Andrews has on the tight end position and how it's kind of a weird position this year. And guys like Andrews, Kelsey, Kittle, they kind of have more value than ever. So make a Deontay song. We might need to make a Deontay song because this is crazy. I like your trades, man. I like both of them. You did good. Tyreek Hill for David Johnson. You got a wide receiver. You got rid of a wide receiver for a tight end. It worked out well for you. And you gave up David Johnson. I'm okay with that. Nice job, John. Nice job, John. Gibson or Gio, I'll give you a wishy-washy answer, man. I don't mean to do this to you, but sometimes there is not an answer. Sometimes it is complicated. Okay? I'm going to say Gibson has a tad more upside to deliver a big game, big line, but more risk to get 9 carries. Okay? Gio should do well and get probably more guaranteed volume. We don't know when Gibson, the switch is going to get turned on and they give him 15, 20 carries. And they may never, but if they give him 12 carries and 7 receptions, 5, that's when Gibson's going to blow up. But we don't know when that is, so Gio is safer. So you got to kind of pick what you need, safety or you want to swing big and start Gibson. Aiden, Henderson, Dillon, Chark, Cup, B. Cooks, pick 3 standard. Dillon, as long as everything looks good in the morning, Chark and Cup are your safest picks from that group right there. Henderson, we still don't know what the Rams are capable. Malcolm Brown, you know they're going to do it. You know the Rams are going to do it. The Rams are that dumb. Look at their logo. The Rams are that dumb. They're just going to be like, who's Henderson? That's what I feel. They're just going to wake up and say, who's Henderson? Put in Malcolm. They don't know what they're doing. And B. Cooks is up and down. You could argue Cooks over Cup or Chark. I think if Dillon's getting the start, you roll with that. But, all right. Dario, thank you for the super chat. Mark Cleveland, here's a super chat. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up. Aiden, and then Gibson, Gio. I think I'm caught up. Okay, so here we go. Mark Cleveland, I'm glad you stayed up for the show, bro. Thoughts on Devin Ozigbo? Also trade Deontay Johnson for Gibson. Nobody in my league likes Deontay. I don't like Deontay as much as everybody else seems to like him as well. So, but again, Mark, I've prefaced this already. That means he's going to go nuts in week 7 because he's going to make me look like an idiot because I've spent so much time on him. That's the way it goes. That's the laws of fantasy football nature. Thoughts on Ozigbo? He's somebody to like monitor, but I'm not running out to grab him, and I'm not too excited about him. Deontay for Gibson, I take Gibson. I take the upside in Gibson in a heartbeat. You're talking about Deontay fighting for the number 2 wide receiver spot in Pittsburgh because Claypool's got it on lock, and Juju's probably still going to be he's going to be a thorn in the side of Deontay more than he's going to be in the thorn in the side of Claypool. One thing we know about Big Ben
laser locks on one wide receiver over and over, and Deontay and Juju are going to rotate.
Plain and simple. Lamar's a bum, says Matt. Matt, the dude's on a bye. Cut him some slack, bro. And trade Loafer. Don't listen to Matt. I like Matt a lot. Matt might be speaking truth here. Big Ben sucks. But don't listen to Matt's Lamar advice. Listen to everything else Matt says but his Lamar advice. Thank you, Mark, for the super chat. I always think Mark is a solid dude, and he's always a big supporter of the show. So thank you, Mark. Big shout out to you, kind sir. Tone, good to see you. I feel like I haven't seen you here in a little bit. Next question. Guy wants to know A.J. Brown versus the Steelers or Tyler Boyd versus the Browns. This is a tough one because I like Boyd a lot in this matchup, but I can't sit A.J. Brown. So you either find a way to get Boyd in your lineup another way, or you're making the decision, not me. The words aren't coming out of my mouth to bench Boyd, but I'm certainly not going to tell you to bench my boy A.J. Brown, bro. And that's some bias, sure. I admit it. Matt says, Smitty, you're the man. Thank you, Matt. Matt's one of the only people you can tell not to listen to his advice, and he super chats you. Thanks, Matt. Start 3. Gibson, Gio, Lamar, J-Rob, Dillon. Why is J-Rob in here? Did you mean to ask me, Tone, start 2 and tell me who to pick? Because why you throwing J-Rob into this bag of tricks, bro? J-Rob is your lock. Let me edit this question by Tone. Super chat, start 2. Never mind on J-Rob. Okay, here's your question, Tone. This is what you meant to type. It's tricky. The iPhone had a new update, Tone. The new iPhone update sometimes replaces words, messes with what you're saying. What Tone meant to say is Smitty, start 2. Gibson, Gio, Lamar. Never mind on J-Rob, A.J. Dillon. I'm going A.J. Dillon. And I'm going Gio as your safest 2 players. Now, monitor the news in the morning. But, whatever. I think Dillon, if he's like the clear, like cut morning news looks good for him, there's nothing bad about him starting, then he would be the guy. If they're a little bit sketchy on it, I do start Dillon over Jamal, but I just want to make sure everything's good in the morning. I don't tell you, Dillon's going to have 2 touchdowns and 75 yards rushing And then in the morning, they're like, we're starting Jamal Williams. And there's news about that. So, where's my music? Thank you, Tone, for the super chat. Standard scoring, Evans or Gibson versus Dallas. Standard scoring, start Evans or Gibson. And Dario, you don't sit Mike Evans. Let's look up Mike Evans, make sure there's nothing new on any lingering injuries that he definitely is suffering from. The dude gets a pass. He gets a pass on every practice now. But it doesn't mean he's not going to play. But let's look him up. Mike Evans. No updates. So I would assume he's fine, good to go. Easy call. Mike Evans, easy call. Smitty looking fresh AF. Attaboy. I'm rested, bro. I had a couple people comment like, Smitty, this guy, well, I forget who said it in the comments of my last YouTube video. They're like, this dude looks burned out. Like I burned out and I'm done. It takes me one day to refresh and recharge my batteries. Whoever you are, Johnny Boy 75627, Packer man, whatever your handle was. I ain't burned out. I burned you out, bro. Nobody grinds harder than I do in this industry, but I do occasionally wear myself down for a day or two. I sleep like 3 hours a night, 4 hours a night, whatever. And then it builds up, and then I sleep in. And I have this like 10-hour day where I sleep for like 10, 11 hours. Ask Miss Smitty, I'll tell you. And then I get up and I'm like, woo! Woo!
Ready to party. And by party, I mean fantasy football shows. When I party, it means I'm going live, baby. Drinking my soda pop.
That's how I party. Giovanni or Cooks, I go Gio. But it's not a lock. Godwin, Martin wants to know Godwin. Herbert for JT. You need a running back too bad. I don't mind that trade, but I think JT and Godwin are very close. Herbert depends, What are you losing your starter there? Or Daniel with a super chat. Hit the thumbs up on your way in the door, please. Pick up Jamal Williams. Oh, I forgot to... Hold on one second. I got to do some housekeeping here. 1 second. Please hold. I need some hold music when I got to do something. I just got to click something here on my video. We're back. We're live. Daniel wants to know half PPR, flex, DJ Chark, Fournette, or Lat Murray. Daniel?
At the risk of you never super chatting me again.
I don't know if it's take a lap worthy. Maybe I should have been softer on you, Daniel. Chark. If Chark is not hurt, Chark could drop wide receiver 1 numbers at any moment. Any moment. But you never know. It's fantasy football. Fournette could have 155 yards and 4 touchdowns. Or not even get 2 carries. Kamara could get banged up and Kamara could be fine. And because Mike Thomas is out, they use Kamara all over the field. And they need to rest him a little bit more. And Murray comes in for 50 and 2 touchdowns. Anything can happen. But Chark is the good play. Daniel, when I say take a lap, what I mean is your team is so good that you have amazing options and you should take a lap because you haven't made a trade. So, take it in a good way, Daniel. I appreciate you. Smitty was fumbling like Zeke. You talking about the other night? Yeah, whatever. Whatever, doobie. It happens, man. We all have a bad game. We all fumble the football unless... somebody has never fumbled the football in the last 5 years. Everybody puts the ball on the ground a couple times, doobie. And yeah, I fumbled the ball twice like Zeke in the last episode, but I'm back. I'm doing it live. I'm back. Flex. Okay, I got that one. Mike with the super chat and no question. Mike, if you have a question, please drop it and I will do my best to answer it. Thank you for the super chat, kind sir. I think I'm caught up on. Oh, here's one from Nick. Nick, sorry, that slipped in. I looked back and I saw it, but it didn't show. Let's see here. Tone. I think I'm caught up. So here are the most recent questions here. And Dario, thank you for the super chat. Okay. So Nick wants to know Cooks or Traquan. Traquan. Cooks is safer, Nick. Cooks is probably the right play, but I do like Traquan. Guys, let's help out Nick. Traquan or Cooks? Put Smith or Cooks in the chat. Go. I want to see a lot of them. People are laughing at you for drafting MT. How are you going to laugh at somebody for drafting MT, Lenny? You didn't do anything wrong. You can't predict these things. You can't laugh at someone and say, oh my God, I can't believe you drafted MT. Like, no one could have seen this coming. Bro, don't even worry about it. Cooks. Smith, Cooks. Cooks. Your overwhelming answer is Cooks, and I think it is safer. Traquan is kind of a fun play, but I think you got to go. I think you got to go with the safe play. Next question from Double A. Thank you, Double A. My song ready. I want to use it on my phone. What song do you want, Double A? I will create one for you. You may have already said. I'm sorry if I forgot it. Nick says, "Watch The Boys." I do need to watch it. Is it a comedy? The Boys, a comedy show? Is it like a funny series? Dillon says, "Come on, man. You're gonna mention a Dillon all night, but not answer Dillon questions." I'm trying, Dillon. Dillon, I'm answering everything I can as fast as I can. You understand that I'm not ignoring anybody on purpose. I'd love for anybody else to show me how to do this faster because I feel like I answer more questions than any show you're going to find. Dario, I have, just so you know, in 32 minutes, I have 445 questions, 446 questions, 447 questions, 447 divided by 33 minutes is, let's see, 13 to 20, depending on the rate, 13 to 20 questions per minute go by here, easily. That seems like it's more than that. Let's see, 454 divided by 32 minutes. So 14 to 20 questions go through here per minute. And it happens fast. Come on, Smitty, we're not going to talk about that game. What are you talking about, Noah? I know what you're talking about. Jonu Smith for Debo. I own Kelsey. I think you could get better than Debo, but that's not horrible. Debo could end up doing, pretty well from weeks 7 on. I don't know. I'm not super high on Debo, but I don't hate that trade. My Drake Edmonds Gibson for J-Rob. I'm torn on that one because I like Drake and J-Rob about the same, but J-Rob is much safer. But you're giving up Edmonds, who kind of locks that down, and Gibson. Man, I don't know if that's a lot to give up for J-Rob. And J-Rob's walking. I probably go J-Rob in that. And I like Drake, but I probably, depending on your depth, go J-Rob. Why are you only answering super chats? Brian, I got to answer the super chats, number one. And I'm answering those as fast as I can and getting to the other questions as much as I can. For anybody that's ever done a live stream, it is not easy to facilitate and answer, as many questions as I answer and make everybody happy. I'm doing the best I can, bro. His mom used to always yell at me, "I'm doing the best I can!" Constantly growing up. Raising me for every 4 years of raising me is like a president, ages like 15, 20 years for every 4. That's what I did. Thoughts on Antonio Brown? I've mentioned that already. I mean, people are going to overreact to what he does to the value of Evans and Godwin. I think he helps Tom Brady a whole hell of a lot. I think expecting anything above top 15, 18 wide receiver numbers is kind of lofty expectations, if you ask me. Rank Dillon, Jamal, Gio, Jackson. If as long as news doesn't, support Jamal in the morning, Dillon, and then Gio and Jackson. I'm not as high on Justin Jackson as everybody else. I like Dillon. If Dillon's starting, I mean, I kind of feel like a touchdown and 70 total yards feels like a really easy number to get to. Anyone here what knee injury Justin Jackson has? I don't know. He's questionable, so that's another reason I'm not as high on him. AB on the Packers would have been I don't know why Green Bay doesn't go after these situations in the draft to completely ignore all the value grabs. Justin Jefferson could have been grabbed by the Green Bay Packers, and they don't do anything. Like, I don't get it. Go get AB. What are you doing? DJ or Monty, Hopkins, Ridley, AJ Brown, I assume. Keenan Allen, Godwin. DJ or Monty. I'm going to go with probably DJ if I had to pick between those two. I just don't trust Nagy. And great wide receivers. If you have to pick 3, Hopkins, Ridley are locked. And I go AJ Brown myself. AB loves Aaron Rodgers, just saying. I agree, man. I don't know what the hell is going on there. Start Hogan or Ridley. Come on, Uzi. Uzi, this better be a freaking joke, bro. Doesn't matter. The words came out of your mouth. Start Hogan and Ridley. What? I'm going to put on the board right now, or on the screen, the 2 most disrespected players in fantasy football right now through the questions I get in comments, through the questions I get in my email advice feature on sleeperu.com, and through my heysmitty.com phone call service. These 2 guys are getting disrespected at a level I can't even describe. That it makes me, I know for a fact, these are the 2 best go-get players in fantasy football right now. And you already know who they are if you follow my content a lot. But I'm going to tell you right now. These 2 names right here are the most disrespected names in fantasy football, according to the pulse that I check on a daily basis through sleeperu.com, my email service, and my heysmitty.com, where you can call me up and talk to me on the phone. Just order a phone call. I'm 1 click away from calling you and talking about your team. The most disrespected players in all those conversations through probably week 6 and week 7, heading into week 7, Lamar and Ridley. Why on earth people are doubting Ridley as a top 5 to 7 wide receiver, if not 1 to 5 wide receiver moving forward, is beyond me. It's because Julio popped off one time. It's because Julio finally caught 2 touchdowns in one game, let alone 1, and everybody thinks Julio's taken back over, and they even forget that Ridley scored in week 6. It was a joke. I know, Uzi. I'm still ranting on it, Uzi, because it truly happens. There are people asking this question over and over. So, Uzi, don't take offense to it. Lamar. Lamar could win you a league. Lamar could continue to struggle, get hurt, trying to do too much. Defenses maybe figured him out. Like, you buy him at a risk level where people are giving him up and you're protected. You're protected. Uzi, I'm kidding too. You're protected. Lamar, the value you're getting Lamar should be around the 4th, 5th, 6th round range of drafting today because people thought it was too high when they thought he was the GOAT at 3.01 and 3.04, 3.03. You're still drafting a quarterback too high. You never take a quarterback high. That's when people believed in Lamar. Imagine if you were drafting today where Lamar Jackson would fall. Probably, I don't know, 5th round maybe. So if you're trading for Lamar, you're protected because you're buying him, right? You're buying low, like I taught you. Don't buy high. Don't come to me and say, Smitty, I took your advice. I traded for Lamar Jackson, and I gave up, Devontae Adams. Then I'm gonna hang up the phone. I don't want to be associated with that type of trade. I didn't tell you that. I did not co-sign that trade. Lamar and Ridley, go buy them now before it's too late. I'm telling you, we're going to be talking about this. Lamar's on a buy too, and his owners are going to be completely. I feel like we need to make a Lamar song. I feel like we need to make a Lamar song. Lamar's on a buy. His owners are frustrated. They're already frustrated with him. Now the dude's on a buy. He's taking a week off on a buy. That's how they're feeling about the guy. They want to get rid of him. And even more so if they have a guy like Tannehill that they've been wanting to play and they can't do it because they drafted Lamar so high. Give them an excuse to start somebody else on a weekly basis. They're begging you. The Lamar owner is begging you. He's saying, take Lamar from me so I don't have to bench him. I'll look like an idiot. I spent so much on Lamar. People laughed at me. I drafted him at 3.02. Take Lamar. Take him. Take him from me. Terry rocking the Take a Lap shirt. Attaboy, Terry. And we got some super chats here. I'm piling them in. If I missed any past this, let me know. I think I'm going to be caught up here. Dillon with the super chat. Dillon, let me know if you have a question, Dillon, and I will hit it. I'm doing the best I can, Dillon. Oh, Dillon, I see this. I saw your super chat, and I saw this at the same time. So guess what? I'm putting it aside, and I'm going to answer your question. Okay, I think I'm caught up. Let me answer these super questions. These super chat questions. Okay, thank you, Dillon. I appreciate it. I'll read yours in a second. Let me minimize these so we can see what we're doing. Zaza, Jamal Williams, or CeeDee Lamb. I'm going CeeDee Lamb unless news breaks that Jamal is starting, and I don't believe it will. I believe, if you could see me, I believe Dillon's going to tear it up, bro. So go CD. Double A, something like Winter. I don't know. Double A, what are you saying? Winter. I'm all class. I don't even know what this is for, but I appreciate the super chat, Double A. I don't know what you're talking about, but it's awesome. Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe that was bad. Am I endorsing something bad? The super chat was awesome. I don't know what the comment's about. Traded Claypool for his Evans. How many laps for him? I like Claypool, so let's not diminish the value Claypool has, but people are freaking out about AB and selling off an Evans that's a touchdown machine. Don't understand it. Don't get it. I feel like I'm living in a different time. Like, is it 2020? You know? Sometimes I wonder, like, where am I right now that people are making trades like this? Hey, Smitty, Allen Robinson or AJ Brown? Oh God, that's bro. The Rams. Pittsburgh's so tough. I'm gonna go. I feel like I'm gonna go AJ Brown there. I can't bench AJ Brown, but I think you're not crazy to go A-Rob. They're very close. A-Rob's, they both have kind of tougher matchups, or but I think A.J. Brown and A-Rob, they're both possession wide receivers that I think manhandle defenders. They'll find a way to throw to them, especially if they're down, like in the game. Pittsburgh and Tennessee, this is going to be a good game. 6-0, or no, I'm sorry, 5-0 versus 5-0. It could be really close all game, and I think I think A.J. Brown's going to catch a touchdown. Maybe A.J. Brown doesn't have 100 yards in this game. I'm trying to be realistic about it, but 70, 80 yards is still possible, even against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I think A-Rob is capable of the same kind of outing. So I don't know that I feel like you can really make a mistake there. Helping fill up the screen. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, Jeremy. Are you sure Aaron Jones not playing? Let me pull it up. The news is he's probably not. And let's just make sure. I'm going to put the most recent news on the screen. It doesn't say he's for sure out. It says the plan is that he's going to be out. And that's why I tell everybody, and I've said it about 10,000 times, not trying to suggest that you didn't hear that. But the reason I'm telling everybody 10,000 times to check the news in the morning, which I'm live. I'm here on Smitty1.com the whole last half hour heading into the morning kickoff. So I'll be here to talk to you about it. But as it states right here, the Packers' plan is for Aaron Jones to not play Week 7. That's the plan. So that's probably a good indication that he's not playing. And Njoku, a good stream, or go with Gronk. Go with Gronk. Don't get cute yet. Let Njoku prove himself before you start throwing him out there. Rodney, if you have a super chat, let me know. I appreciate you. And Dillon, thank you for your super chat. Wilson, Hunt, Clyde, Galladay, Debo, Jonnu Smith, Bench, Cook, and JT on the bye. Also, I have Fan and Antonio Brown. Should I trade for a wide receiver now or wait and see which one of my 4 running backs pans out the best? Hunt, Clyde, Cook, and JT. You don't need to trade. Let's see here. Cook, Antonio Brown, Galladay, Debo. Yeah, I mean, I guess I would trade. Trading, if Hunt has a big game, you want to wait on this one. Let Clyde. You don't want to trade Clyde. You're not going to get what you want to get out of him. JT's on a bye. Cook's obviously not playing this week, so you won't do yourself any harm waiting, because no one's going to buy Hunt at quite the right value yet. Let Hunt pop off one more game. Let people start believing in him again. And I think if you try to sell him now, you get panicked value offered to you. Like, I feel like Chubb's coming back. Hunt hasn't been blowing up like we had expected him to blow up. Now that he's been solo, let Hunt prove himself. Then don't sell him medium or especially low. If you can sell him high, you sell him high. If you could sell him right now for like a Mike Thomas, I might go that route, because you got some darn good running backs coming back next week. So I would toy around with that idea, Dylan, before kickoff. MT, try and accept that trade as soon as the game starts so you get Hunt scoring, though. That's always the trick, bro. Have him offer it. You wait until kickoff and punch the accept button and get MT in that lineup, bro. Drop off for Clyde, says Uzi. Bench Clyde, sell Clyde. It's a good topic. I'm not going to tell you to take a lap just because I'm all about Clyde. I get it. This is on a lot of people's minds. So we'll put it on screen here and chat about it. I feel like I've missed some super chats here, so I'm going through and making sure. Oh, I did miss Terry's second question. And what do you think about Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the snow? I think he's going to go up. I think Clyde is so shifty. I don't care what's happening. I don't care if it's raining. I don't care if it's hurricane weather. As long as they don't call the game, Clyde's going to be shiftier than everybody else on the field. Give him one little wiggle, and he's going to be gone, bro. If anybody can play well in weather like that, I think it's going to be Clyde. So I can't wait to see Clyde eventually playing in some snow. Okay, sit, Hunt, DK, AJ Brown, J Rob. Sit 1. Hunt, DK, AJ Brown, J Rob. Bro. I guess AJ Brown. I mean, I like J Rob enough. And God, are you going to do this to me? Don't make me do this. Sit AJ Brown. And I probably start Herbert. I know Tannehill's been tearing it up, but Pittsburgh, give me Herbert. Those are tough questions, man. That's probably the toughest ones I've had so far. Toughest I've had so far. Okay, I think I'm caught up on the super chats. No, I'm not. My bad. I'm getting to them. Okay. So, if no Jones, Williams, or Lamb at flex, Lamb, easy call. I think you asked that one. Easy call. If it's no Jones, it's probably Dillon. But wait in the morning and see what the news looks like, because if they say starting Jamal Williams, then I would put Williams in. But for right now, we don't know. Vivaldi, classical composer, winter is famous. Okay. Let me write that down. I don't even have paper anymore. Who has paper anymore? Paper. I want to make a song for you. AA. And this pen, of course. Who has pens? Why would I have a working pen? I have a working pen. There we go. That's not a pen. Where's a pen? Where's a pen when you need one? Vivaldi. Winter is famous. I'm going to look that up and I'll make a song for you. Okay. Melvin, Higgins, and Chenault for MT and Hasty. Melvin, yes, take MT and Hasty in a heartbeat. Drop Clyde, bench Clyde, sell Clyde. I think you know my answer to this, but I'm going to explain it. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is going to be just fine. Lev Bell called up Clydey Boy and said, hey, thank you for the super chat, AA. Said, hey, do you mind if I come over to the Kansas City Chiefs? He was a class act move by Lev Bell to ask permission or to let Clyde know he wanted to see if it was okay if he joined the team. And that's a sign of respect. It also is a sign that he knows his place. And if Lev Bell were to get hurt, then of course, if Clyde were to get hurt, then of course Lev Bell is going to ball and do well. But Clyde, everybody assuming that Clyde Edwards-Helaire is going to get less touches because Lev Bell's there, and that Bell won't just absorb everything the other running backs are taking up right now, because Clyde's not getting all the work. They ran the ball a ton. Clyde isn't getting all the work. Lev Bell is an amazing security blanket and change of pace back. If anybody thinks they're putting Clyde Edwards-Helaire on the bench, they're going to be very, very disappointed. Injury could take him out, sure. But if anybody thinks Clyde's getting benched for Lev Bell, they're going to be very, very disappointed. Thank you for the super chat, Dillon. Joe New over Kelsey due to the weather. You don't bench Kelsey. You just don't do it. You don't do it, bro. A 5-spot, Terry says, for being awesome, Smitty. You have the best show ever. Thank you. And nice Take a Lap shirt. I wonder where he got that. Let me put that on screen in case you guys want to buy that. Just go to sleeper.u.com/merch. That's where Terry got that shirt, that Take a Lap shirt. sleeperu.com/merch. That's where he got it, if you're wondering. Dynasty League half PPR, been offered running back Akers and Philadelphia wide receiver Fulgham for my running back Deandre Swift. Deandre Swift. Yay or nay? You got offered Akers and Fulgham for Swift. You keep Swift. I'm not going to make you take a lap on this one, Matt. You already took one. But Swift is on the rise. Swift is about to become high-end running back 2 material. Could he flop? We've seen it before. Detroit is really tough to count on and expect them to do the right thing. They're like the Rams with running backs. You can never, ever, ever rely on them. They haven't had a good running back since Barry Sanders and a short, tiny little blip with Reggie Bush. Literally. They have punted running back constantly. They've screwed it up. Everybody thought Kerryon Johnson was going to be the next thing. We don't even know if it was his fault, Detroit's fault, but he looks good. He looked fantastic. And I think that if you were to trade him at 8, I wouldn't even pick up Akers. If Akers was dropped in my league, I wouldn't even look at him. Not right now. Could it change? Sure. But you got Malcolm Brown, you got Henderson, you got a cloudy situation, bad coaching, horrible decision-making with the running backs. They always make you think they're going to do something. They do the complete opposite. You think Henderson's going to get all the work this week? Why wouldn't he, right? Now Malcolm Brown comes in and gets all the... you don't know what you're dealing with. Higbee could start at running back. But what I do know is Swift is on the rise, bro. And for trade value alone, you hang on to Swift. You don't trade Swift away for that. I mean, Fulgham, dude, no. Absolutely not. But thank you for the question. And the super chat. Much appreciated. And I think I'm caught up on super chats. Finally. And I'll answer. I'm going to do a speed round with all you, okay? Dynasty League half PPR being offered Akers and... Oh, I already got that one. Okay, speed round. As fast as I can, I'm going to answer these questions. So all of you in the chat that think I'm ignoring you, I haven't stopped talking about topics, so what am I doing wrong? I love it. Smitty, you're not answering my question. Smitty, I'm trying, bro. Hey, Smitty, Gibson or Moore? DJ Moore. I like DJ Moore. Buy him low. I think people are really sleeping on him, and I didn't like his draft value, but I love his value now. Smitty, Bell, White, or Damian Harris. I'm going to go, well, first of all, you're talking about from here on out, because Bell obviously is not playing this week. I'm going to say Bell's the most valuable out of all those players. Go for, after week 8, go forward. Not worried about maybe week 9 go forward, but if I'm stashing, I like him the most. You need to talk about AJ Dillon and Jamal. I've talked about him the whole time, George. AJ Dillon, as long as news doesn't take away the buzz here, and Aaron Jones is still potentially could play, but they're leaning as if he won't. AJ Dillon goes off. AJ Brown or Jamal, or no, AJ or sorry, it's AJ Dillon or Jamal. AJ. Sell high on Hawkinson. I don't know if anybody's going to give you what you deserve for Hawkinson, but sell high on anybody. Higgins or Traquan Smith? Traquan. Who should I start? Higgins, James Robinson, or Dillon? Are you really asking me if you should start James Robinson next to Higgins, bro? James Robinson is a lock running back 2 for anybody. High-end running back 2. Now, the dilemma could be AJ Brown or AJ Dillon or James Robinson. I'm still going J-Rob, but you can maybe trade him away. Why Dillon over Jamal? Because they feel confident. There's been some reports that they feel confident with him taking over if they need him to. Now, that could just be them talking about their backup running back, and they really want to start Jamal. We don't fully know because they're not being transparent about it. That's why you got to check in the morning. That's why a caveat has been inserted into every AJ Dillon advice piece I've given tonight.
You have to check the news in the morning.
And
guess who's on live? I am. So you can ask me.
Geo safe, Gibson upside. I like upside, so I left Gibson in, but what do you think about Gibson or Dillon? I think if Dillon's going to get the start, again, we won't know until the morning. I like Dillon a little more, but we have to wait until the morning. Claypool or Anderson? I'm going to go with probably Robbie Anderson. But that's a tough one. Smitty, my man, please help me. Should I start Gibson or Evans? You've got to start Evans. You don't sit Evans. You don't sit Evans. You don't sit Evans. I like Gibson a lot, but you're not sitting Evans. Why? Is this because Antonio Brown got acquired? Like, Evans is a wide receiver 1. This is tough love. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. I'm yelling, but I'm not yelling at you. I'm yelling with you. You're reacting almost as if Antonio Brown's already there doing well. Antonio Brown can't play till week 9. Evans is the answer. Evans has done nothing but score for you all year. I'm not saying I don't like your other options, but Evans is a wide receiver 1. Have this conversation with your wide receiver 3 or flex. Williams, McKinnon, Bernard, Justin Jackson. Am I answering questions fast enough for you? Bernard safest, McKinnon next, and Jackson's hurt, but a lot of people like him this week. I'm starting Bernard or McKinnon over him in that order. Michael Evans ever going to play? Mike Evans should play. There's no report on him not playing yet, but that's why we in the morning check our news, and you're gonna watch me here on Smitty1.com, right? Is Dillon sell high? Depends what you can get. Stop ignoring me, Smitsky. Ridley. Pick 11. Bro, how you don't want me to ignore you. You're asking me to ignore everybody else in this chat for about an hour and a half for reading your novel here. Ask me a simple question. You're asking me to pick 11 guys and you're worried about you getting ignored? What about everybody else getting ignored? Benjamin, did you ever think about that? Did you ever think about anybody else when you wrote out your post? Pick 11. Pick 75. Smitty, draft for me. Why aren't you answering me? Draft for me, says Benjamin. Pick 11. I'll scan it. Ridley. Bro, I can't even answer that. Ask me something simple. You're asking me to decipher this massive question and completely kill my show. I just went from 180 viewers to 160 reading your damn question, and you're asking me not to ignore you. Son of a bee. I just lost 20 viewers because of you. 20. Geo or Swift? Give me Swift. Geo's kind of safe. Ask me a simpler question, bro, and I'll definitely answer it if I see it. Williams or Peterson? Neither, Brad. I'm not getting in that boat with you telling you to start one of those guys. Claypool or Cooks? I'm going Claypool. Boyd or Moore? That's a tough one, Cohen. Probably Boyd. But I love DJ Moore, man. Dillon is laughing. Start Dillon or McKinnon. If Dillon's starting, I'm starting him. But we don't know. We need to wait for the news. It's funny because a lot of people are like, Smitty, talk about Dillon. You haven't talked about Dillon yet. I've said the same thing for like an hour and a half. Dillon may or may not get the start. We need to wait in the morning. It sounds like he will, but we're not sure. Benjamin, it's okay, bro. I'll take a laugh for yelling at you. You know I appreciate you, Benjamin. But ask away and let me answer a question. I'm just kidding with you, Benjamin. I've had a few people ask me a question. I'm going to leave you up here, man. I'm kind of not kidding. Kind of kidding, kind of not. Half and half. I'm 50-50. I'm questionable. I'm questionable with whether I really yelled at you or not, Benjamin. It's questionable. That's 50-50 in the football world. Chris Godwin, fantasy outlook. Is he still wide receiver 1? I think he can be. Josh Jacobs, Gibson, or Justin Jackson? Have we really gotten to a place where we're including Josh Jacobs in our flex spot? Like, come on, G-Med. I can't even tell you to take a lap. I don't have a button worthy of this. Why are you talking about benching Josh Jacobs? Do you mean pick 1, G-Med? I pick one. I refuse to pick two. You know where Josh Jacobs belongs in your lineup. This is a running back one, and you got him in your flex question. I go Gibson if it's me. I don't mind anybody going Justin Jackson, but I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Here's a real Gibson question. Gibson or Swift? I go Swift. I ride that momentum train. Oh, man. Why do you think Dillon's going to start over Jamal? I don't think that. I'm predicting it probably happens, but I don't know. That's why I keep prefacing we need to see the morning news, because there have been clips where the coaching staff has been asked about A.J. Dillon, and they say things like, we have all the confidence in the world that if A.J.
We got all the confidence in the world that if A.J. Dillon has to step up, he'll step up. But will he step up? We don't know if he'll step up. It might be due to all the confidence in the world in Jamal Williams. If he needs to step up, he'll step up.
That's what you're hearing from Green Bay. Wishy-washy. We don't know. But in the morning, we should know, I think. And if Dillon is the touchdown guy, more than likely, he'd be the play. But I preface this the whole night, because I don't want people coming back to me and going, I started Dillon and he shot the bed, Smitty. Ah! And all upset at me, because we don't know. We don't know what Green Bay's going to do. Tanyan or Graham PPR, I'd probably go Tanyan, bro. Jacobs does get volume, Dillon. Montgomery, A. Robinson, A.J. Dillon for flex. Montgomery, Robinson. I assume that's James Robinson, or no matter which Robinson. If it's J-Rob or A-Rob, he's your play, Juan. I love that J-Rob and A-Rob kind of have similar values, because when people put Robinson and they don't put which Robinson, which is head-scratching to me, but it makes it easy to answer that question. Benjamin, are you still here? Benjamin?
Benjamin, would you please report to the principal's office? Benjamin, please report to the principal's office.
Robert Woods or Justin Jackson? Robert Woods. Pretty easy for me. I don't know about you guys, but that's pretty easy for me. A.J. Brown, Fuller, or Keenan Allen. That's a roll of dice, bro. Jeez. Make a trade, Sean. Make a trade, Sean. I can't sit A.J. Brown. I'm biased toward A.J. Brown. A-Rob or Justin Jackson? A-Rob. Easy call, Corey. You guys see my dilemma here of why I feel like I got to do a lot of take-a-laps? I can't tell you and watch Justin Jackson tear it up and make me look like a fool. But I can't believe the players people are considering benching for Justin Jackson this week. And he's hurt. He's hurt. We don't even know if he's going to play. Probably will. He probably will. But why are we talking about Justin Jackson, a flex play? Could be a good flex play, could be hurt. We don't know. Why are we talking about Jackson with guys like A-Rob and J-Rob and Jacobs? Why? Why? I don't understand it. What world are we living in? COVID-19 2020? Holy shit. Chark or Higgins? I go Chark. Maybe Smitty doesn't know that Jackson is playing the Jags. Thanks, Noah. I appreciate it. Because it's not Noah. It's not on my screen. No, it's right freaking in front of me. I see it. Damon, I missed your super chat. Let me go look for it, bro. Rock out with a super. Damon Moneyballs, Clayton. Non-PPR, Jamal Williams, Gio, Melvin Gordon, Gibson. I feel like the safest play... I'm going to look up Melvin Gordon real quick and just make sure nothing's breaking as I've been live. You know, him being suspended for 4 games for being an a-hole. I think you got it. If Melvin's playing, you got to go Melvin. Problem is that's an afternoon game, and Gio is a morning game. Gio's safer. I mean, Gio is safer, but Melvin Gordon has a little bit more upside, man. You kind of got to pick what you need for that particular slot in your lineup. You know, do you need to swing a home run, Melvin Gordon, 102 touchdowns, or do you want to go with steady Gio Bernard, who's probably going to get you a 65, 70 total yards and a good shot at a touchdown, but not a guarantee. Gallup, Traquan, Kelly, Tim Patrick, pick 2. I'm going to go with Traquan, and everybody's rolling with Patrick this week. And everybody's discounting Kelly. Like, Kelly can't do anything. I'd probably go Gallup and Traquan, try and get receptions and targets, man. But that is a tough one. Not an easy question to answer. And if anybody disagrees, put it in the chat so we can help him out, because I'm definitely like 50-50 on that. I'm not 100. My confidence level is pretty low on the answer I gave you, because, bro, they're 50-50 questions, man. Really, really tough. Damon Moneyballs with another question. Herbert or Brady, QB1 league, 1 QB league. I go with Brady in this one, but you're not off your rocker, Damon, if you go Herbert, but I'm going with Brady. I'm not sitting Brady. Spencer with the super. Spencer, if you've got a question, please post it. I appreciate your super chat. BG, Mr. 21. Hey, Smitty, nervous on Bobby Trees this week. Do I start Mike Williams over him or Gio over both? I think Robert Woods, let me look him up real quick and make sure I'm not talking out of school here. Bobby Trees Woods was removed from the Week 7 injury report. That's what I thought. I'm not worried about him. I'm not worried about Bobby Trees, baby. He'll be out there laying the wood in Week 7. I think you got to go with Bobby Trees. But Gio's safe. If you want to rule safe, if you feel worried about Bobby Trees, you don't trust him, Gio's not bad. But Bobby Trees, I think, will drop biscuits and loads in Week 7. Chew on that. Not a maybe like a 70-yard TD game. It is Chicago, but I still think he has a good game. He's removed from the injury report, Philip. He's removed from the injury report. Bobby Trees, let me put it on there for you. Bobby Boy Trees. I mean, there is a chance we can't trust the news wires anymore. I will say that. You know, you find out mid-season, hey, I was playing with this is most players at the end of the season, right?
Remember when I was off the injury report in weeks 8 through 12? I had a broken kneecap.
Bobby Trees is Robert Woods, which I didn't always know. That nickname's somewhat new to me. Go Bobby Trees. Tater Tot, Swift, AJ Green, or Hardman at flex. I'm going with Swift, baby. That's an easy call for me. You ride that momentum train. You ride it good. You hear me, bro? D. Hopkins or Devontae Adams for my flex. Hey, Shin, what kind of league you playing in where Devontae Adams and Hopkins, two top, 4 wide receivers, and you have to decide with your flex who's in your 1 spot, who's in your 2 spot, bro? What is this? Adams or Hopkins? I'd probably go Hopkins, but bro, make a trade. Shin, how is this your flex, bro? What is going on here? I don't even know if you could make a trade for better players than that. Even I don't know what you're doing. What you playing in a 2? What does Grandma have? Damn, Shin. If you're playing with grown men, you're dominating, Shin. Shin is dominating grown men at fantasy football. I don't know how the hell you're doing that, bro. What was the last question? That was Shin's question. I think I'm caught up on my super chats. Matt with another super. Matt is super. That's who's super is Matt. Start Jamal Williams or Gibson. I'm going Gibson unless we hear that Williams is starting tomorrow morning, which I don't think we'll hear. But if we do, then I would start Williams. But I'm starting Gibson. Lamb or Hollywood, rest of season PPR. I think you got to go Lamb. But I'm going to say this, man. Once Jamal gets... No, you know what? With Dalton, it's different. It's different with Dalton. I'm going to go Hollywood. I know it's not popular. I know a lot of you are going to disagree with me, but the reason Hollywood isn't going crazy is because Lamar's been struggling. Once Lamar's back on track, and I think that happens after the bye week, everybody gets in tune. This is going to be a different Ravens offense coming out on a weekly basis. Lamar is going to go nuts. I'm going to do a Lamar Jackson song. Not tonight, but I'm going to do a Lamar Jackson song. I'm going to do it right. And I'm going to drop it on one of my shows coming in a week. Maybe my Sunday show. Please answer this dude who's been asking Odell Beckham Jr. or Boyd for the last hour. Okay. Boyd or Odell? I'm going to go Boyd. They're playing each other. I'm going to go Boyd. I think Cincinnati wins this game, and it's going to be a lot to do with Boyd. But, you know, that's a tough call. That's like flipping a coin and it landing like this. Like, I don't know. Like, that's a 50 point... Like, that confidence level is 50.00001 that I'm going Boyd. Lamar got the Madden curse, son. Lamar got the Madden curse, son. It's going to be part of the song. Everybody clowning on Lamar. He's got the Madden curse, son. Okay. Smitsky. Benjamin here.
Smitsky, Benjamin here. Pick 2, AJ Mike. AJ Mike?
Mike
Evans?
Justin Jefferson? You sure making me guess. Tyler Higbee? Brandon Cooks or Ayuk? Benjamin! I give you another chance, and this is what you do to me. You make me guess on all your players. Pick 2, AJ? Mike? Mike? What the... Evans, I think. Justin Jackson, it has to be. Tyler H. has to be Tyler Higbee. Brandon could be a number of people. Ayuk. I think it's Brandon. Traquan. It's got to be Traquan or it could be Jonu. I don't know. Brandon, son of a... I don't know how to answer that question. Brandon, come back. Circle back, Brandon. Keep it simple. One question at a time. This guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. Let's back it up. Let's retrain Benjamin. Benjamin, please stay. You're being a good sport. You're slowing my show down, bro. Just dropped 15 viewers. Trying to read trying to decipher your question. The Swift. I'm going to call Brennan the view killer. But that's how dedicated I am. Because I'm not going to leave Brandon in the lurch. I'm not doing it. No. I leave nobody behind. I don't care if it costs me 15 views. Swift, Montgomery, McKinnon, Flex, and DK Claypool, A-Rob, pick 2 wide receivers. Don't put DK in the choice. No, you just want to... Rock just wants to flex that he has DK. I'm okay with that. Okay. Flex and DK Claypool, A-Rob, Woods pick 2 wide receivers. So obviously you're going DK, and I go A-Rob myself. But the other spot, you're gonna flex Swift. McKinnon's worth a look. Montgomery's worth a look, but Swift has the momentum. Pretty easy calls for me, bro. AB or Dez? Yeah, no Dez. Please answer my super chat. Okay, let me go look for it. There's a super chat. There's a super chat. And I think I got Rock super chat. That was the Swift one. Cooper or Higgins at flex, or flex Davis or Lindsey. Davis is the clear cut. Like, people should not be jumping ship on Mike Davis after all he's done for you. This dude's elite because of the situation. You know, mainly he's good running back, but it's an elite environment. You know, I like McCaffrey, but let's not pretend that he's not in an ideal environment. Look what Mike Davis is doing, but that's part of it. That's all part of the value of the player. I go Cooper, I go Davis. I don't look back, and you know, you're gonna get that wrong sometimes, but more times than not, you're gonna get that right if you pick the right players instead of trying to play cute matchup games. You know, you're gonna miss sometimes when you pick the best options. You're never gonna hit all of them. Pick 2 running backs and a flex. Jacobs, Clyde, obviously lock them in. Mike Davis, easy. Like, there's nothing to debate there. Nothing to debate. You cannot put Gio in over Jacobs, Clyde, or Mike Davis. You can't put I don't care if they say Jamal Williams is starting twice on Sunday. You're playing those 3 running backs. Pick 2 wide receivers: Chark, Kupp, Cooks, Mike Williams. This is a dilemma. But I go with Chark and Kupp myself, but that's me. I would not blame you for doing something different. The next question. JC with the holy shit!
Thank you for the super chat. May I have another?
JC, are these pesos, JC? Don't be pulling on my heartstrings, baby. Sorry to change topics, but this is a baby shower gift for you and Miss Smitty. This is for the baby. Thanks for all the great work. God bless you and yours. JC, I appreciate you, kind sir, dropping the 50 spot. Goat territory. Goat territory. You're flirting with goat territory, JC. Don't be doing that. I appreciate it, man. What a man. What a man showing up early to the baby shower. Trade Thomas for Clyde. Yes, I probably do. Running backs are Hunt, Chubb, Jackson. You could use a running back. Wide receivers are Thielen, Hollywood, Edelman, Lamb, Higgins. You could use a little wide receiver help too. Chubb getting hurt bad. But I probably go get Clyde, and I roll with Clyde and Hunt. You know, you're missing out on Thomas this week, which sucks too. If you can get this deal done for tomorrow, I do that. Raphael says GOAT status for JC. Absolutely. Noah says, do I start AB this week? Noah, only you start AB this week, bro. Only you start him. Everybody else, don't start him. He ain't playing until week 9. So there you go, Noah. Trade Thomas for Sanders? No, because they're both hurt. They're both not going to give you anything. We don't know when Sanders is going to be. What's Sanders' status for coming back? Let's pull it up. Miles Sanders. Breaking news. Breaking news.
Miles Sanders has been ruled out of week 7. He's on a 1-2 game timetable.
So, you know, Mike Thomas will be back maybe before Sanders will be back. So, no, I'm taking Miles all day. I'm sorry, taking MT all day long. MT all day long. Lamb or Higgins, says Doobie. Heavy rain expected in Washington. I'm going to go with Lamb, but I could get behind whatever, man, on that one. That's pretty close. But I go Lamb. Does Lev Bell signing make Clyde even cheaper trade-wise? I believe he will, Mitchell. I believe you could get Clyde a whole lot cheaper, but he dropped a massive load in week 6, so I think that put a damper on a lot of people's buy low prospects, but you can still try. People are still very negative toward Clyde. so it wouldn't surprise me. Noah says Lamb is the best buy low. Yeah, but Dalton really, man, if Dak didn't get hurt, Lamb would be, it would be crazy. It'd be Lamb season. Now it's like he's maybe gonna pop off here and there, but Evans or Brown, Lamb or Fuller. I assume you mean AJ Brown. I'm gonna go Evans probably. I think Brown would be next, and I'd be tempted to go Brown, but Brown's got a tougher matchup. But I don't know. Yeah, I'd probably go Evans, man. But I'd try and get both in your lineup. I can't tell you to start to bench AJ Brown. Cannot come out of my mouth. He did, Raphael. When a player drops it on the field, they're dropping loads on the show here. That's how we talk. Robert Woods or Deontay Woods. Not on the Deontay train right now. Still, AJ Dillon, if starter, is out. I think he's answering someone else's question, but we'll find out tomorrow morning. Again, for those of you that have joined now, hit the thumbs up on your way in. How many likes do we have? Somebody rally the troops. Let's get some likes. Let's punch that thumbs up button. For those that are, Aaron Jones is not out yet, Taylor's. He's probably out. The plan is, let me pull him up again, unless it just broke, then I will apologize to you. But everyone keeps saying that he's for sure out. Here's the report, because everyone keeps saying that like it's fact, like it's already said and done, that there's, no chance of him playing. According to the Green Bay Press Gazette, this is the last that I can find on it. Packers' plan is that they're going to play as if Jones will not play Week 7, but we still got to find out in the morning if he's officially out, or that it might happen. It might happen tonight. But Curry says, please answer my super chat. Curry, I'm on my way. Curry. I still got that one. Again, JC, you're the man, bro. Curry, I'm looking. Oh, here's another one. Pick 2. Hopkins, Galladay, Chanel. Son of a... Why do I get asked this on a super chat? Because I don't want to ream you, Joshua. I don't want to ream you, but why are you considering starting Chanel over Galladay? I know you're not considering it over Hopkins, but why? Why? What did Galladay do to you, Joshua? Galladay's he's a low-end wide receiver 1. Like, Chenault is a fun flex play that you might slip into your lineup and be like, I'm the king of the world when he scores 100 and a touchdown and you get it right. But no, bro, Galladay's your wide receiver 1. On your team, he's not, because your team's stacked and you're playing with grandma and you're taking your family to school in your little league, 8-man league, with those 2 wide receivers. That's a compliment. But, bro, don't sit Galladay. I'm not saying don't put Chanel in your flex, but don't sit Galladay. You beast it out with your wide receivers. Enjoy it. Curry, I'm looking for your super chat. I don't see it, Curry. Curry, there it is. Curry, you were so far behind there. My bad. Jamal Williams, Godwin, Boyd, running back, and a flex. Okay. Gio. Unless Jamal Williams is starting in the morning, the news breaks, we're starting Jamal. It's Gio. Gio's safer. I start Godwin as long as news, let's pull up Godwin news too, doesn't suggest in the morning that Godwin's out. Godwin's always hurt. I don't see anything new on Godwin, so I'm assuming he's a go. I go Godwin. Boyd is maybe safer, a tad safer, but Godwin's got more upside. I'm going with Godwin. Trade Thomas for Clyde. Already got to that question. Thank you again for the super chat. I think I'm all caught up. Okay, speed round. Go. Ask your question. Start Gio or Swift. I go Swift. I like Gio. He's kind of safer, but I like Swift more. Momentum's with Swift. Gio, Drake, Singletary, Melvin Gordon. Cooks for flex. I'm going to go with Drake. You don't sit Drake with the momentum that he has. Gibson, Jacobs, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, or Gio pick 3. I'm going to go Jacobs. Why are you even asking me about Jacobs and Clyde? They're locked in, bro. Your questions. Smitty, which one do I start? Gio or Gibson? Come on, the kid. Don't put Jacobs and Clyde in this question. Gibson. I go Gio over Gibson. Good dilemma, bro. You got some good running backs. J-Rob, Gaskins, Tanya, Minshew, Mahomes, and Tyreek. For Mahomes and Tyreek. W, you're crushing that. Mahomes and Tyreek by a mile. Like, let me put that on the screen here. That's crazy. I'd trade all that for Mahomes alone. You're going to get Tyreek Hill. Good luck getting that through your veto process, bro. Need one wide receiver. Shop Jacobs or Rojo. Keep Jacobs. He already had his bye week. I shop Rojo. Shop him. Gio, Traquan, Debo. At the flex, I go Gio. Gio or Kelly, I go Gio. Trade AB and Bell for MT. If you like winning, JD, I would make that trade. I sell high on Bell and AB. You aren't even playing yet. For MT, are you kidding me? Smitty, I traded Melvin Gordon, Darrell Henderson, and Gallup for Kittle and Cooks. What do you think? I like it. Smitty, what if the Packers don't name their starter? Then I think you go, if you had to pick, you go with a split, and Jamal's going to get some yardage goodness. I think Dillon gets the touchdowns. So I probably lean toward Dillon, but it's not an easy call at that point. Worried about the Raiders O-line. A little bit Curry, but I think Jacobs is a beast, and they'll feed him. Dodgers or Rays. Tannehill's dad, I'm not going to even pretend I know what's going on in baseball, bro. I don't even know what the hell is going on. Give me the Dodgers, bro, for 500. I don't know. I only watch football now. I don't have time. I didn't even have time for basketball. I love basketball. I didn't have time for it. I didn't even watch it. I'm mad at myself because it sounded fun after the fact, but I don't have time. James Robinson or T. Higgins for flex.
Take a lap.
Don't bench James Robinson for T. Higgins. Don't do it, Isaiah. Please. Gio, Gibson, Jackson. I'm going to go Gio. Lamb or Higgins. I go Lamb. Future projections for Perrine. I don't know. Let's wait. Ethan. Boyd, Moore, Evans, Ridley, Higgins. Please pick 3. Boyd, DJ Moore, I assume, and Evans and Ridley. I go Ridley and Evans, and I think I've gone Boyd over Moore, but I'm like 50-50, and I take Higgins out of it. Not that Higgins can't do well on any given Sunday, bro, but Ridley's a lock. Evans is a lock. It's between Moore and Boyd. You could toss a coin. I think I go Boyd. Tannehill's dad says, no, not the Dodgers. Then I change it to Rays. I don't care. You pick for me, Tannehill's dad. Sure wish they would throw in Jacobs more. I hope Jacobs goes crazy in week 7 on. Do you play any sports? Yeah, man, I have my knees all tore up from them. I tore my ACL, my MCL, my LCL. I mainly ran. That was like my best sport, running track. Once I get in fully in shape, I'll be doing challenges and stuff with you guys. If you want to time your like one lap around a track, and if you beat me, you get to host a show or something like that. We'll do something like that if I can get myself back out on the track and in shape. I did play a little football. I played a lot of like intramural football and stuff in college. But that's how I tore my ACL in a full contact blocking league, which are rougher than you think. I tore my patellar tendon off my kneecap playing basketball like 3 years ago. Pick 2, J-Rob, Jacobs, and Chenault. Is this the same question? J-Rob and Jacobs, easy call. I'm not saying Chenault's not good, but bro, it's not even like go. You know, I have these guys on the screen here. Let me put another one on here. J-Rob. The disrespect that J-Rob is getting over and over indicates to me that he's probably one of the top 3. Lamar, Ridley, J-Rob. Go get players for week 7 and beyond. And Lamar's on a bye. People are going to be really pissed. Go get these 3 players right here. There are no better buy lows in fantasy football go forward from week 7 on than Lamar Jackson, Ridley, and J-Rob. I know this because of sleeperu.com right here on the screen. I know this because of heysmitty.com, and I know this because of the comments on my own live shows. You guys, by your questions, are indicating you're doubting these guys more than you should be. Go get them in every league you're in where, you know, you could use a quarterback. You lost Dak Prescott. Lamar Jackson's on a bye. His owners will be double frustrated with him. People are talking about Ridley not even being in their wide receiver 1 conversation. I'm getting questions where people are like, who do I start my flex, Ridley or whatever? Ridley's a top, I don't know, 3 to 6 wide receiver in my mind. If I'm drafting today's in my top 6 wide receivers drafted, J-Rob's in the 2nd round, and because he's cooled off a little bit or hasn't had as big a games as I think he could have, and they believe in him, the competition isn't going to bump him out of that spot. J-Rob could be had for way below 2nd round running back value if drafting today. These are your 3 go-get players for week 7 and beyond. Go make your offers now before it's too late. Joshua with the super chat. Oh, that was the one I just chastised. Joshua, I appreciate you, bro. Don't you take that the wrong way. All right. I'm out of here for tonight. I hate to leave the room with 164 of you in here, but I do have to call it. It's been an hour and a half. We are 1421 comments into the show. You guys have all been very, very gracious. Thank you for the super chats. I appreciate it very much. Look for a Lamar Jackson song. IOAA, a Vivaldi, Winter is... I can't even read my own writing. Winter is famous. I'll probably, where's the megaphone?
Excuse me. I will see you all tomorrow morning. I go live here on Spitty1.com, which is also youtube.com/The Fantasy Football Show. I will be live the half hour going into the morning kickoff game. So I will see you here at half hour prior to morning kickoff, and we will be going through your start bench advice and trade advice, all that stuff. See you tomorrow.
Put some respect on Chenault. I do put respect on Chenault, but he doesn't belong in the James Robinson and Ridley conversation, bro. He just does not. He does not. The megaphone's underrated. Buy low. I will. AJ Dillon or Hasty. I go AJ Dillon. But we got to find out in the morning. What's up, Chris? Green or Ruggs? Ruggs, maybe? ESPN's fantasy app says Ridley is the wide receiver 2 range. Well, you know what? Nobody's perfect, bro. Are you worried about the Raiders O-line? A little bit. Pick one, trade Higgins or Boyd for Chark. Pick one to trade. Keep Boyd, bro. Higgins and Boyd aren't even close. I'd trade Higgins for Chark in a heartbeat and have both of those players. Pick 2, Odell Beckham Jr., Cup, Kittle, Claypool. I probably go. It's tough between Cup and Odell, but Kittle needs to be locked and loaded there. You could go Claypool. How is Ridley buy low? He's a wide receiver 2 right now. Shin. Have you not seen the comments? Like I'm being serious. Have you not seen the comments I've been reading tonight? Who do I start at flex? Do I start Chenault, Ridley, blah 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 blah? And I get question after question, Shin. I don't know either. You tell me. Because I'm in shock. I get question after question at my sleeperu.com and my heysmitty.com for phone calls. Both of these advice services that I have, where people are like making awful trades, and I'm talking off the ledge on Ridley. Like, how can you make that trade for Ridley? I tell them, it's crazy. So, Shin, I'm not making this shit up. Deep league, Fournette or L. Thomas, probably if Fournette's playing. Lucas Hood or J-Rob. Doobie, Lucas Hood would figure out a way, as he always does. Joshua's just messing with me. Joshua! It's okay. Stay safe. Thank you. See you all in the morning. If you need a quick way to get to me, smitty1.com. But of course, you're subscribed. You're getting notifications. You don't need the URL. You're getting a bump from your phone saying, yo, Smitty's live right now. And you can be damn sure I'll be live in the morning. And I'll be doing a buy low show Sunday night. Dropping it like it's hot with a rap. I'll be doing a Lamar Jackson buy low rap, which I know won't go stale because Lamar Jackson is on a bye. So we know that the content will remain and stay good. So I'm doing a Lamar Jackson rap tomorrow. Or song. Smitty says he has to go and he stays another 10 minutes. You're right. I got to get out of here. All right. If you super chat me when I leave, I hit the button. It ends it. I can't help that. DM me or email me. Appreciate you. Good luck tomorrow.